Procrastination is something both you and me have done. Even for the people that are most advanced in terms of time management and getting things done, they probably still procrastinate too. So here's a new idea for you to think about. What if I said procrastination in and of itself isn't necessarily a bad thing? Because the actual definition of procrastination is just delaying the doing of something. And typically, when you procrastinate, there's a period of time where you don't do the thing and you actually do the thing. And during that period of time, you probably go and do either one, nothing, or two, something else that you would much rather do. But during that time, what you do with your time is fully up to you. And the only reason why we see it as bad is because we make the wrong decision and do something that does nothing to benefit us in the end.
So just about last week, when I was sitting here recording my last video, I was actually really stumped on what to actually say. I was just trying to get my ideas through, my ideas clear, and reminding myself of the main ideas that I wanted to say in my video. But in the end, I had a lot of brain fog and I really didn't know what to say, and a lot of the times I would stumble on my words. So I found myself just sitting here doing absolutely nothing. And a little bit later, I realized that it would probably be a better idea for me to get up and go for a walk rather than sit here on my chair doing pretty much nothing and, ruining my whole mental state. So I got out, went out of the house, and went for a quick little walk. And that walk ended up helping me a lot in getting my ideas clear, and it helped me clear my mind, and just fresh air just really helps me, right? So I came back from the walk and then ended up recording, and I felt I did pretty well on that video. I felt pretty satisfied with how I got my ideas clear. But the reason why I say this is because you should always try and choose something during the time where you procrastinate that, one, helps you with the thing you're procrastinating from, but also two, something you would much rather do than the thing that you're procrastinating from. So for my story here, right, I didn't want to record my video because my ideas were entirely fogged up, right? So I sat here trying to just follow through and get more work done, but that didn't really help me, right? So the thing that helped me was procrastinating and going out for a walk. Now you might not see walking as a way of procrastination, but it really is, right? I'm just delaying the fact that I need to go record a video, but the way I procrastinated here is somewhat productive because it also helped me get my thoughts clear, and it ended up saving me time as a whole, I think, from rather sitting here wasting hours on thinking and getting my ideas clear when I could have just went outside, went for a walk for 10 minutes and got all my ideas cleared up and had a very nice layout for how I wanted the video to go. So for you, if you're working on a project, it might be a smarter idea to just go outside or do something that you enjoy where your your mind is free, but your body is moving, right? Or just something you can do on the side that you enjoy, but your mind isn't fully taken up. Where you can think about the thing that you're doing and help you get some ideas or clear your mind for what to actually do and how to move forward. So for a project, right? If you're just sitting there looking at it, kind of stumped on what to add next, maybe it's a better idea to go work out for a little bit, because I find exercise is always a really nice way to clear your mind and gain some mental clarity. And after that workout, maybe your mind is a lot more clear and you come up with brand new ideas that you wouldn't have just sitting there forcing your mind to think of things, right? Your mind is very finicky, I find sometimes, because sometimes it just goes absolutely kaboom and you can't think of anything. And other times, it feels like you're an absolute genius when you think of crazy ideas that you haven't even heard from anyone else. So always trying to frame your mind as a new, fresh thing, right? And I find the exercise to be the best way to do that. But if you have your own things that you find yourself to be really enjoying, that also gives you a lot of mental clarity, go ahead and do that. Maybe you like reading a book, right? Sometimes I enjoy reading a nice book to get my mind cleared up. Maybe you enjoy a hobby, go ahead and do that. As long as you have the ability to think while you do it, I think that's a perfect activity for you to engage in more often if you're in need of just some mental clarity and some time to step back and rethink what to do on that thing you're procrastinating, right? And this is what I mean by practice productive procrastination. Because in the end, you are truly procrastinating here, right? But it works out really well in this way because one, You would much rather do this than the thing you're procrastinating from. And 2, you get to help yourself complete that project faster by, thinking about it and getting your thoughts clear. I find myself repeating a lot of ideas here, but I'm just really trying to drill this into your head. So overall, right, productive procrastination just helps you remove a couple layers of resistance that would still be there if you didn't do it, right? Going out for that walk helped remove a couple barriers of mainly my ideas not getting through, the mental fog that was covering my mind. That's basically like 2 layers of resistance that would have prevented me from recording for a lot longer, right? But after getting those 2 removed, I found it a lot easier to break through. And I want you to think of those layers as if they were rubber bands, right? One single rubber band is very easy to break, but once you add 2, 3, 4, 5, it starts to get a lot harder, with each one getting exponentially harder because it divides the tension and force equally. But if you just remove a couple, it makes things a whole lot easier on you. In the end, right, you can't just constantly go about trying to get your ideas clear, right? At one point, you're just gonna have to sit down, get to it, and get to work. So it does involve a little bit of discipline, but with the case of productive procrastination, it removes a lot of the necessary discipline, right? It lowers the amount required to actually follow through and do the task. So besides that, that's going to be about it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and to anyone who's watched to the end, I do really appreciate it. But yeah, stay consistent, stay disciplined, and keep on doing the things that need to be done. But if you can't do those things right now, try and practice some productive procrastination, alright? I can't say 3 P's for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, that's it. So just give me a kiss. Mwah.